Thank y'all for tapping in to another episode of the Water Whip Podcast, where dope conversations happen. And right now, we finna get into another dope conversation.
Through my eyes, you can see some sort of innocence, but listen to the sentences, beware of the premises. In a sense, I'm like Adam Sandler. I played water boy every day without the cameras. I was 18s on the maximum, flipping O's through my late teens like a spatula. Fast as I can bag it up, move it out and add it up. Wasn't too long before my jewelry started matching up.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna lose her and then see her out with the nigga that got the good sex. Like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like that's still a loss. Like so.
But if it's women who stay with women and they don't have that part, so
Most
women can pick out the size that they. I mean, that's not fair. That's not a comparison. They just looking for a significant.
well, you willing to? We ain't talking about you, Elmo. You willing to satisfy at any cost? You were saying that the vibe. You know, if a man can't get
hey, but a woman.
Then they go back to what I was saying about. Never mind. Go ahead.
Hey, but a woman ain't for one. A woman ain't stand with a nigga with a little either. So if the sex ain't good, if the nigga got a little, she ain't sticking around or she cheating. So that goes right there.
Well, no. Because I had a boyfriend who had a small penis. I just didn't cheat on him. I knew I couldn't cheat on him because, for one, I don't cheat. But if I did, he would know, and then that's only gonna hurt me. But one thing about a woman's vagina is it's gonna shrink to the size of what she's doing. You know what I mean?
But if he still ain't pleasing you, it don't matter.
But you ain't say he wasn't pleasing. Some niggas with little how to.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Well, not gonna put nobody business out there.
Put it out there.
I know a few people
name
in relationships that didn't cheat on their significant other, and their significant other had a small penis.
And was out here fucking other motherfuckers, embarrassing her.
How long did the relationship last, though?
Let's see.
See?
Over 10 years.
Oh, who ain't cheat? She ain't cheat.
She didn't cheat.
And you know this?
For a fact.
It must be you.
No.
That's her friend.
No.
And I know the girl.
Look at motherfucker. Really?
It's not
so y'all would stay with a nigga with a... Okay.
A woman's vagina can shrink to the size of the man's penis.
Okay. The woman's vagina can also lose the penis.
Yeah. Throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
I done had some that, baby, every time they went in, they came right back out. Loop. Loop.
Oh.
Damn, nigga.
Jeez.
So
That's why you gotta use them Kegel muscles. Like, come on, look. That's why you. That's how I was able to deal with a nigga with a little dick. I know how to use my Kegel muscles. Like, hold.
See how the extra shit you gotta do.
So what? That's why I add abs.
if you're for the men, because Leah, we hitting these men, right? We hitting the men.
Okay.
If your mother don't like your significant other, is that a deal breaker?
For me, it's damn near there. It's damn near a deal breaker. My mama, that's my best friend. So, and my mama don't fuck with you. It's gonna be tough for me to fuck with you.
Shout out to Miss Bridget.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for me to fuck with you. My mama don't fuck with you. That's gonna be tough. And my mama good people. So if she don't like you, you ain't right.
Something not right.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Energy off, baby.
So that's almost a deal breaker.
Yeah. It's almost a deal breaker.
So what would be that?
Hold on, hey mama, she make a lot of money, mama. Hey mama,
I ain't saying he a gold digger.
Mama, she make a lot of money, and
But she's selling that coochie.
and your son happy, but she's selling her coochie. Why you throw that in there? So that's how she got a lot of money, huh?
That's why she don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ain't my first time being with a thought, mama. See, I fixed that.
No. So what is the deal breaker part of it? So what would be the deal breaker part? If your mama didn't like her.
That's just flat out like, if my mama ain't fuck with her.
So how long would you give your mom the opportunity to try to fill her out before you go ahead and break it off with her?
Well, I'm older now, and plus I don't live in the same city as my mama, so it's different. So my mama ain't really got to see her until she pull up.
That's
until
true,
we pull,
but you
until we
still
pull
got
up.
holidays, you still got family reunions, you still got big events that's gonna happen in your life.
Yeah.
And you still with her.
Yeah,
So-
we can get past that though.
So y'all together 6 years or so, and something happened. Now your mama don't like your woman. Then what?
Tough.
She had to do something for my mama to like her though. So
Right, and that's what Leah's saying.
but
If
for
she
the-
do something out of the 6 years, your mom just
I
like,
guess it just
yeah.
depends what she, you know what I mean, what she did. But for the most part, if my mama don't fuck with you, that's damn near a deal breaker.
Well, we can't go together no more because my mama said.
Then my mama said she
My
don't
mama
like
said
you,
she
so
don't
we
like-
can't go together no more.
She don't like you because the way you look.
Like a thought.
What you
Her
say?
saying
What
no.
you say, Elmo?
It's what I like. If my mama or my
Yeah.
family don't rock with you, then that's different. That's their opinion. So I got a family that's very protective, but it's what I like. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna roll with what I like. That's just life. So if they don't rock with them, maybe they'll see it my way. I like who they like. So I would think they would have a reason to say, okay, let me get this motherfucker shot. But sometimes you run into females that really don't do anything to make your family like them. But at the end of the day, I like what I like. So there's nothing they can do to change it. They not in our relationship. So I'm one that tends to go on what I like.
I know that's
Okay,
right.
so what happens when you standing 10 toes down? You like what you like, the show girl.
Yeah.
They like, no. So it's Thanksgiving. Ooh, going to Thanksgiving. Ooh, we going to Thanksgiving.
So
Do you pull up at Thanksgiving with your girl, or do you tell your girl I'll meet you at your parents' house?
I was in a long-term relationship marriage that my family did not like my significant other. It does put a bit of a burden on the person, right? Do I bring this person? Do I not? So it's you can bring them, but you run that risk of words being exchanged, things like that. So sometimes that divided us. So I wouldn't go, or I would just take my kids and not my significant other, and she felt some type of way. But it does create issues. But we don't mean to make waves. So I think at the end of the day, I think if that's who you with, that's who you with. You take them, and then if shit get hot, you get up out of there. You know what I mean? Like, so that's just how it worked. But I was in a situation where things were said back and forth. Where my significant other didn't like my family did not like her. So at the end of the day, it does present a burden to the person trying to make it work. You know what I mean? But
Stuck
at the
in the
end
middle.
of the day, like what you like.
Yeah. I've been with my baby mama peoples. We don't like each other, so I'm dealt with that shit a long time ago.
Well, most family gonna take what I learned is that if you tell your family your problems or your people around your problems, they gonna always take your side, and that becomes an issue because there's two sides to every story. You ain't always right, and I learned because you don't want them to form an opinion about your significant other that can't be broken.
Yeah.
So
could y'all?
I
Could y'all
think
you can be with somebody.
was speaking for my mom,
If your mama ain't
Rest
like your
in peace,
husband
mama.
or boyfriend,
because she didn't. It was one of those. My mom was the type, she just kept it cordial. Like, she didn't be fake. She didn't ha he he. She just kept it cordial. How you doing? Okay. And that was it. It went to the point that she didn't say not bring them around, but I knew how she felt. So, yeah, I'm going to meet you at your people's house. I'm going to go check on my mama first, and then we'll meet you over there.
yeah, that's how I tend to be.
So, yeah.
That's how I tend to be. So you could be with somebody your mama don't like.
I was.
Yeah,
She didn't start off not liking him, but eventually, yeah,
that's how my baby mama started.
and I liked him.
Cool at first.
Who said it was my baby daddy? So- But yeah, I mean, it'd be like that. But
They do it. I mean,
you have to feel your way. You have to like what you could. They have their own reasons, and like you said, I have had people who my family has dealt with that I didn't like, but I'm not going to disrespect them, and I'm not going to allow them to disrespect my significant other. And I'll keep it copacetic. We got to get along. So we don't got to get along. We just ain't going to be disrespecting each other. So
Yeah.
because it was some of they people I ain't like.
Yeah, that shit normal. I was with my baby mama for a minute, and I ain't never been to her family house for no Thanksgiving. Ever. Ever.
Damn.
Yeah, have you had a relative that had a significant other that you didn't like? Have you ever had to deal with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think if you could swing it that way, then they should be able to adapt for you. Because I know my cousins had some dudes that I swear I can't stand this motherfucker. Like, I can see straight through him. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
But it is what it is, because like I said, as long as everybody can be respectful, everybody don't gotta like you, everybody don't gotta love you, just don't disrespect me, and I'm gonna have to act accordingly, and we ain't gonna go there. Like, just like you, I would expect you to act accordingly if somebody was disrespecting you. So,
all right, what if I said, what would be your response after this? What if I said verbal abuse could be just as damaging as physical abuse? What would y'all response be?
And is?
I think verbal abuse might be a little different, a little more harsh, because the physical, it's still traumatization, but the physical wounds can heal. But that mental, what you fucked, something that you said to me 10 years ago, the wounds, the bruises done healed, but what you said, I'm still fucking like, damn, he said I got a big ass head. Like, like maybe I do.
So you saying verbal might be a little more harmful than physical abuse?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah.
I agree. You look at most. Let's just look at like internet abuse. That's verbal, right? So you got kids that commit suicide, different things based off what somebody said. So you got kids running up, shooting up schools because what somebody said. So I think that verbal is way more harmful than physical. Physical, you might get your ass whooped. You're gonna get over it. Some wounds, or you might lose a teeth or something, but you can get a fake one. But I think verbal lasts longer. You know what I mean? So you more. You more to remember, like you said this about me. So you know what I mean. That's more what I remember. You know what I mean.
So y'all all say verbal.
Verbal is more mental.
So y'all saying verbal can be more damaging than physical.
Yep, like Leah say, the wounds are healed. They'll heal. That verbal, you will constantly play it over and over in your head forever.
But physical is what, if a nigga beats you up, if a nigga beating up his girl, physically, most of the time that's where the line gets drawn. A motherfucker be verbally abusing you for 10 years. Same as physical, but usually in physical, it's more impactful. That's the one that really, really, really hurt you.
But if you think about it, when motherfuckers verbally abusing somebody, they're constantly doing it. They're doing it every day. A motherfucker might beat your ass only when they get drunk, or beat your ass once a week or some shit like that. A verbal abuser is doing it all day, every day. They can't stop. They can't hurt. They can't help themselves. They just constantly doing the shit. And you think, well, it's not so bad. So you stay longer and you endure more, and you do endure it longer and longer than you would with a motherfucker whooping your ass probably.
Mm-hmm. Who you agree with, Mo? Yeah. I don't know. Physical will make you leave the relationship, though.
That's to say.
But that's why mental is so fucked up, because if you stand there, you enduring it. Because you telling yourself, oh, well, at least he ain't putting his hands on, or she ain't putting her hands on, because females be beating up men too. So it goes both ways. But that's just my opinion.
Nah, that's all of our opinions. Sure.
I think it's more mental.
Verbal. I ain't think everybody was going to agree that verbal can be more damaging than physical.
Mental is more damaging. You think about that shit long term.
Long term.
And if you say it long enough, a motherfucker gonna start believing that about, like when you talk to kids.
It will scar you.
It takes longer to overcome mental damage than it does physical.
Does it? Really? Really though? Does it?
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about a significant, like I'm paralyzed, I can't walk, or I lost the eye. But
right.
Mental damage takes more to overcome than physical. Because you look at, like, let's think of most, and I'm gonna use women, like women that get out of a long-term relationship, or guys, right? It takes you longer mentally to get out of that relationship than it did physically. Physically, I walked out of the door today, took my shit, I'm done. But mentally, like, it fucks you up mentally.
In that same space.
Yep. So it takes a while, in order to mentally like check out.
But domestic violence is a charge.
It is.
That tells me that's way more impactful than verbal abuse.
That's because it's monetary damage. You got to pay doctor's bills, and people got to miss work and shit like that, which they should do it for physical. It's monetary though, but mentally you're gonna be fucked up still.
Physically, it fucks your mental up.
So you know what? Yeah, it is. It's physical and mental though.
Yeah, when you physically abusing a motherfucker, that fucks you up mentally.
But they might not tend to stick around that long as they did. Okay, they may not stick around as long if you're physically abusing them as they would with you verbally abusing them, because everybody else is telling them and they're telling themselves, oh, it's just this. At least it's not physical. At least it's not physical, but it's a long-term effect. You're going to get the fuck up. That's somebody beating your ass. You got to keep.
Well, what lasts longer, the thought of getting hit or actually getting hit?
Getting hit. I bet you remember a fight longer than you remember a motherfucker talking about you.
Right, but the thought of it is even more. It lasts longer than just getting hit, right? You done took the hit and we're like, okay, that wasn't shit.
But if you take a hit from a motherfucker you didn't expect it from, like you love this motherfucker, I would never think you'll do that to me. That gonna last way longer than motherfucker verbally abusing you.
But it's the mental aspect of it.
Because physical turns mental into the mental aspect.
The traumatization of it. When you get traumatized, it does.
So what hurts more is it's not the fact that you hit me, but I didn't expect you to hit me. You know what I mean? Like that's what hurt more. Like that's
on the mental. That's on the mental.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like you gonna react a little harsher than that. Like I didn't see that coming, so I gotta fuck you up.
But with the verbal abuse, of course, they're gonna take all your weaknesses and use them against you and just hit you where it hurts. So it's gonna feel like you done got hit with some jabs before that you felt physically. So they kind of both one and the same for real.
Yeah, no,
but it's a little bit more.
I'm gonna have to disagree. It's physical.
I go with verbal. I personally took it as, oh, we good when he ain't drinking. When he drinking, that's when he start to talk crazy to me, talk down to me. But when he ain't drinking, we good. So you start to think in your mind like, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It never gets better. And you just play every conversation over and over in your head. So that one day when he do raise his hand to you, some people don't get away. Some people don't. I got the fuck on. You got me fucked up.
Period.
Right. See, you said you got the fuck on physical abuse.
But it was only that one time.
See?
Some people don't get away that one time.
Yeah.
But the verbal part of it kept me, because after you would cuss me out and belittle me the next day, I'm sorry, baby, I ain't really feel like that. So it was that covering up of the next day that made me feel like he was drunk, so it didn't really mean nothing. But really, when they say you drunk, that's when you really say the most stuff that you do mean.
But see, listen to what y'all saying. Oh, I got out of there as soon as it got physical. That's how you know how detrimental that physical abuse is. You didn't get out of there when it was verbal. You got out of there when it was physical, though.
Right.
Physical is more, verbally is more acceptable. Just like you said, my people's be like, well, at least it ain't physical, because verbal is more acceptable.
But wait, what do you play back more? When he physically hit you or the mental?
It's 5 years now, and I still play back every conversation, everything that he's ever said to me. That one time, well, fuck about that one time when you hit me, because that's out the door now.
Yes, you
that didn't do that. That didn't do nothing.
But that was the camel. What they say, the straw that broke the camel back, right there.
Because I wasn't gonna be a victim. My mom went through that, so I wasn't about to stick around and see that go on for myself. I wasn't about to do it. I couldn't do it.
You seen your mama get verbally abused too. You ain't say nothing about that.
First thing I was a kid though.
But you remember the physical. But you remember the physical as a kid. I watched my mama get and beat on.
I remember
all the physical. The verbal shit, the abuse. I don't remember.
But we Generation X. We wasn't taught to think about the mental and the ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. We was taught that physical is just harsh, but in all actuality, that mental really fucked us up. We wasn't taught to think about the mental in the 80s.
But your brain don't have to be taught. Your brain sees what it sees and it takes the information in. It's going to take it regardless. Nobody
But if somebody's constantly telling you, "Oh, that ain't nothing. Ain't nobody did. Ain't nobody hit you. Ain't nobody."
Because it's more acceptable.
Okay.
Because it's more acceptable.
But I'm just saying. But now they're on people because of the mental shit. Like now you write something if you want to on Facebook and watch you get you going to jail. It's not against community standards. So now they're getting hip to it being, people getting fucked, their mental being fucked with. Verbal and physical abuse. I mean, verbal abuse is more aggressive. I mean, I guess it's happening more because we are in contact and communication with people more because of social media and the whole internet and
social
things
media
like
makes
that.
it worse.
I really didn't think all of y'all was going to say verbal. I didn't.
I just think
But that's
verbal
just how we
is
feel.
long term.
I'm just saying I didn't think
So-
everybody was going to say verbal.
So I had a situation where someone could say something, right? So I had a female that I confided to situations, different things, and she could say things, and they would fuck with me. Like I would prefer she just beat me up versus just saying what you're saying. Like I prefer you just go on and punch me. You know what I mean? Versus, but the words was more damaging than any physical.
Some of them words can hit below the belt.
Yeah, but what happened to? I don't care what nobody think about
Sticks
me.
and stones may break my
Sticks
bones,
and
but
stones,
names will.
right.
See, that's how they brainwashed us.
That's sad,
They-
but that's not a fact though.
Them sticks and stones.
But words will never hurt me. They brainwashed
hurt.
us.
That's not true though, because
To
y'all.
you?
You
listen,
can feel the way you feel, and we can feel the way we feel.
Yeah, but y'all-
you're not going to change our mind.
all of y'all will be sitting right here and say, "I'm cool, as long as a motherfucker don't put their hands on me." That's
Because we
physical.
80s babies and we was conditioned to
So-
feel that way.
But I think
that's
you're
any
talking
baby.
about an outside person versus somebody that you let somebody that really. I think we talking about that. So you're talking about like an outside. So if you let somebody know like your deepest, darkest moments, and they use that against you, that's different. Like so versus a
Somebody that you
nigga
invite
on the
into
outside,
your
like this
circle.
nigga talking, but he really ain't touching me. Like
Right.
you can say whatever you don't know shit about me.
Right.
But if somebody knows something about you, then that's more damaging than actually the motherfucker that don't know. You ain't really worried about, because I don't give a fuck about this nigga, what he's saying or what you don't know shit about
right.
me. But,
You can't verbally abuse me if I don't give a fuck about you.
right,
Like,
but to somebody that knows, your past, where you been at, how to hurt you, that's more difficult
deep.
than, you know what I mean?
So what if that same person punch your ass in the, you know what I mean, punch you in your fucking
You
face?
have-
He just want to be burnt. He want to be physical so bad.
And I'm punching them back.
I'm going to punch their ass back. I'm calling the
saying.
police.
Why you ain't calling the police on verbal abuse?
Because I can't press charges.
do nothing with
Because
that.
it's not physical damage. It's not monetary. Well, it will be if I go to a therapist. But see, eventually,
But it's
you're gonna have to pay for my therapist. Once people start having to pay for people's therapists, they're gonna put you down. Matter of fact, no, that's a lawsuit though. Because what is it? Libel? No. Slander.
Defamation of character.
No, never mind. That's talking bad. Well, talking bad on somebody, assassinate somebody's character is libel if you write it, but it's slander if you say it. So I can sue you. I'm gonna sue you. You talking this shit.
But that's not immediate punt. The police pull up, you like, he cursed me out. You know, like, where the damage at? Like, you got hit or, you know what I mean? You ain't got no
Cuss
damage.
a police
so, like,
officer out and watch what
okay,
happened.
yeah.
They gonna take you to jail. What's that charge?
What I'm saying, or you
Punch
can be
that
like,
police officer.
No.
Get physical with it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like-
You going? Nah, I don't want to die.
See
You
what I'm
trying
saying?
to die?
On every grounds, physical is way more.
It's different because they don't care.
All right, well, go back to
person-
what he said. Even if it's a person that we can be in the same house arguing like a motherfucker, but as soon as you put a hand on a motherfucker, it goes somewhere else. You can be in this house verbally abusing each other all day.
Okay.
As soon as it go physical, that shit goes way somewhere else.
You win. Fuck it.
I ain't trying to win. I'm just,
He bringing up
we
his
debating.
point.
We
I got you.
debating. We
You right.
debating.
Water whipping it.
Yeah, we water whipping right now. We cooking.
This is mullen leaf.
Fire that. Hey, we had to fire that weed up after that one.
Mullen leaf.
The bullet leaf.
Shit.
So speaking of weed and drink, hey, what is one liquor that y'all would never, ever drink again?
I'm gonna say Long Island iced tea. I have no desire.
That's a lot of liquors.
I'm saying that's a drink. Like I don't have a liquor because I'm.
That's fine. That's a drink.
But Long Island iced tea. One night I saw this. I saw a girl. I was probably about 23. So I was like, well, what's that? She's like, a Long Island iced tea. I'm like, okay, give me one of them. I took one, right, straight to the head. Like, oh, that's pretty good. Number 2, straight to the head.
Sir, it wasn't the drink. It was the amount you don't.
I wasn't done. I took 3 of them.
Oh my Lord.
3 Long Islands.
Dang.
Couldn't stand.
Oh, yeah,
In about a
yeah.
30-minute period.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you was
Like
fucked
about
up.
a 30-minute period. Yeah, they was sweet. They was going down.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
About 10 minutes later, I couldn't even make it to the car.
Where you was
So
at?
I was at Shakers in Cincinnati.
Shakers.
I was at
And now you know good damn well them the best drinks in the damn city. Them
I was at
three
Shakers,
and a
it was-
half an hour. Was you trying to have alcohol poisoning?
I took them. I didn't even.
Nah, he was with a chick. He was trying to get some pussy.
No, I wasn't.
He wasn't good
I was
the
with
day
my
was
boy.
over.
I was trying to get with the chick that had to drink, but
He wasn't getting none off of that. He was just drunk. Drunk.
yeah, that's
Took you down.
Yeah, it went quick. So that's one drink I would never have again.
I think
What drink? What you going with?
for me, you can have that Saveca. Whoever made that
Wiki
shit,
Savecki.
man, that is a head banger. Like, why would they even create that liquor? No, I would never drink Saveca again. It's garbage.
That was our shit down the way for a nice little. We had Sveka had a nice little run down the way.
And Saveca will have you through.
All my brothers and who the block was drinking that shit.
You head hurting,
D Red, everybody was
cross-eyed.
drinking that shit. Everybody.
I think I see my boy with some of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. That's a fact because it was cheap. You can get a big dumbass bottle for about $20.
You can
I'm
miss
talking about some shit you need to put in the backpack. Like, you got to carry. I need help carrying this bottle. I done paid $20 for this motherfucker. Hey,
A big
get
ass
the,
jug.
Hey, get the other end. That's somebody get the other end shit. That's a
no,
fact.
Saveca,
Not a
you can
keg.
have it.
Motherfuckers that get a keg of
right.
Savecki for $20.
Nope. Yep, Saveca is for me.
Jeez.
Mo falling out of y'all. She say, yeah, he's 3 and 30 minutes. He dangerous.
Boy.
3 of them straight.
She.
For me, the liquor that I'm never fucking with again, Tanqueray.
Yeah,
That's my
Yeah,
runner up.
I ain't think about that.
Tanqueray. That green bottle.
it's all
my
that clear
God.
liquor. I ain't fucking
That
with
green
none
bottle.
of that clear
That
shit.
green bottle, how you fighting with the motherfucker you came with.
That green bottle tough.
That green bottle, tough.
Nope.
Did y'all ever take the backs and put them on your
The
phone?
little red.
Yup.
I bought the green bottle when I first got separated. And man, I threw the shit out the car, man. Like
Yeah, that green bottle,
Like,
how
this
you
is the
fighting.
devil.
I
Is that
drunk
gin?
shit. I don't know what the I don't
Yep, Tanqueray, yeah.
Gin make you sin.
God.
Like you
Yeah.
said.
What,
That shit potent.
What alcohol you will never drink again?
Listen.
You vow to never drink again.
This is to Yolanda. Bitch, I ain't never drinking no more motherfucking Fireball. You stick that shit up your motherfucking ass.
Oh, hold
No.
on. What you gotta get? That's the Florida shit. That's that Florida shit. I
fuck
fucks with the
that.
Fireball.
That shit had me sick as a dog, man.
I ain't never seen Fireball till I moved to Florida.
Yeah, it must be some Florida shit.
That's
Cause
some
baby,
Florida shit right there.
But she
And
cause
it's
she was
cheap.
living in Florida. Yep, I was gonna say one day we had a girls' night. We had a yoni steaming thing over in Madisonville somewhere. We had you came in the door, you had to take 2 shots of Fireball and a shot of.
Hell no.
I'm like,
Y'all ain't never had it? Y'all know what Fireball is?
No. I
oh
never
baby,
had
a
I know what it
flaming
is. I never had it.
I
though.
know. I've never had one.
You know what I'm
red
talking about?
Fireball with
It's like cinnamon and shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that cinnamon. in it. It's kind of dope.
it's mixed. No, I just can't. It just and then
And
the second
Jägermeister
runner
in
up.
And a Jaeger.
Second runner, I don't
And a
know.
Jaeger?
I don't know. Don't give me the.
I ain't never had a Jaeger. Nah,
I ain't never went in the
hang
store
around
and
white-
actually bought no. Like, what is this?
I don't hang around white people. I thought that was the only people that
I had
drunk
Jaeger before.
Jaegers. Jaeger
Yeah,
bomb
with the white people,
See, you was
yeah.
with the white boys
Yeah, I
though.
was with the white boys.
I mean, ain't
But
nothing wrong
ain't
with
the
it.
Jaeger bomb something? What is it that tastes like a Dr. Pepper? You take it and you drop it in some beer and
Drop
you
it
turn
in
it,
the
light it
beer.
on fire, flaming Dr. Pepper.
I don't think that's a Jaeger bomb.
Never had a Jaeger.
Look at you. Was it?
I just drunk it. I don't know what it is.
Oh, they go crazy out the Jaeger bombs
They go
though, man.
crazy.
I don't even know what it is.
It don't taste good, but it's. I mean, you know, it.
Man.
What is it?
Get your shit faced.
Get shit faced.
Shit face drunk, bro. Me too. Let's do it. So,
and that bitch listen to Whoop, there it is. Who let the dogs out?
white,
Dogs out.
White friends the best though. You,
Find
the
me in
white
the
motherfuckers,
club.
they gonna, they gonna fight with you everything. Like that's my buddy. He didn't do that. Yeah, I
They'll
did
fight
that.
the police for your ass, boy.
Fucking let him go, man. You know?
Fucking racist pig.
Yeah. So those are they passionate.
Damn, man, I ain't had no white friends.
Aw,
I was
man,
a
you
kid,
missing.
man.
Yeah,
They cool as shit, man.
Yeah, if you
Probably
got a
college.
real white
When I
friend.
was in college, I did have a one white boy I was cool with. He was cool. He was half nigga though. He
But it can't be that. Like
Yeah,
they
he was
gotta
in the
be
hood.
all the way
One
white,
drop
man.
rule.
Yeah,
Gotta be all white.
yeah.
Okay, so would you break up with somebody over text or in person?
Are they violent?
Oh no. Are they physical, huh? Are they physical, huh?
Are they violent?
Yeah, no, they verbally, but you cool with that, huh?
No, I don't
Yeah.
feel like hearing all that.
Yeah, if it get physical, yeah, different. But
FaceTime.
would you break up with somebody over text?
Over text or in person?
Break up? I think I'm probably texting. Cause you can't just spring that on
You're
somebody.
mean.
You gotta text it first, check the temperature. You know what I mean?
Ain't no checking no temperature. You don't broke up with me with
Man,
a
you
text.
can't break up with nobody in person, man. They gonna punch your ass.
Somebody you've
They
been
gonna-
with 9 years.
Okay, that's a little different. But you done had conversations that worked their way up to that. You done worked your
This
way up
ain't
to
working. You wouldn't just.
that. You done worked your way up to
So
that though.
you would say it depends on how long you've been with them.
Definitely.
If they worthy of a text or face to
If
face.
it's 9 years, you gotta do that face to face. But
Come to think of it though, everybody should be face to face. It should be.
It should be.
It should
the
be.
respectful thing to do.
Yeah. Anybody ever broke up over text? Through a text.
I'd do it over text. If it ain't a long amount
I
of
will
time,
come and break that phone.
Okay, so when you mean it's not a long amount of time, like what?
less than a year, it'd be through.
Less than a year, you get a text.
Yeah, you get a text.
And how would you word it?
A year long time though. Y'all tripping.
Shit just ain't work out. You know what I mean? Like, sorry. You know what I mean? Like, Texas, you know what I mean? That's so some of it though, you don't know how the person gonna react, right? As a dude, you gonna be the villain anyway. As a nigga, you fucked. You know what I mean? You did something. Like, we know we gonna be the bad guy, so it is what it is. So if we want to keep drama down, and hey, look,
Okay.
this ain't work out.
Facts.
So here I am with my curveball.
Facts. But I don't know. Hold on.
Come on with the curveball.
Hold on.
I mean, but how would you do it though? You gonna have dinner? You gonna pull up at their house? Come outside?
Come outside to the car.
I don't like to see nobody cry. I don't like to see women cry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sit
Well,
there while you
gonna
boo-hooing.
get them tears.
I know I want to sit there while now you making me feel like shit. Cause you sitting there boo-hooing and shit. But this is something I want to do to make me happy. But you sitting there boo-hooing trying to make me feel like shit for my decision.
You gonna feel like
So do you
shit
take it
anyway.
back?
That's why the text come in handy though. That's why the text come in handy.
But what if she just said, all right, bet.
After you
Right.
sent the text.
No, after
cool.
you
After you face to face.
And she just said, all right, bet.
Like, hold a minute. Whoa, hold a minute. I bet. Hey, you don't care.
But then you mad if she cried. Okay, see.
Wait a minute, you just bet. What a fight? No, you
good
cheating. You cheating.
Right.
Nah.
And that's the
Now
first
you
thing they
cheating.
flipping on.
Yeah, now you cheating.
You cheating. You want to break up.
Nah.
Now,
Nah.
You brought this on.
Yeah, but that's too easy. Yeah.
Okay,
So
what
she ain't
happens-
allowed to cry. What's the stick in the middle? When you break up with somebody, how they supposed to act?
want the tears
How would
come.
you?
I might high five her like, yeah, hey, I'm gonna see you around. A drink's on me.
Nah, you gonna be wondering after that.
Nah, I wouldn't because
I'll
at that
fuck a
point
nigga
I'm
up
done.
with that. All right, bet.
At that point, I'm done.
That'll fuck a nigga up. I don't care what my boy's saying. That'll fuck a nigga
I'm
up.
done. I'm already
Okay,
done.
so what happens when you break up through the text message and you like, okay, she just texts back, okay, all right,
Cool.
break up, go, they good, we good,
That's what she's saying. Like, all right.
You get home, motherfucker, sitting in the garage, sitting in the park, sitting in your driveway, like,
Okay, fuck you mean okay? Like, well, I'm supposed to see.
so what happens then? You done broke up through text and you get home, you like, all right, everything cool. You pull up and she's sitting in the driveway.
You had to have a conversation.
I'm like, oh shit, this nigga, man. Oh no.
You had a
You call
conversation.
it
You
the
gotta have a
police.
conversation. Like,
So
look,
you're not gonna tell me when you pull up and you see her car sitting in your driveway, your stomach, you're not gonna get this pit feeling like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
You're gonna be
Why?
like,
Like, what you looking at her hands? Like, what you?
okay,
Why?
is she
What'd you
about to
get?
kill me or we about to talk? Like, you gonna pull up, look around, like, hey, you alive over there? You all right? So, yeah, but I mean, you gotta have to talk then. Like at that point, like, shit. You know what I mean? Do I pull off or do I just go on?
I mean,
That's why it's just good to just have it in person.
But we in the new era. We in a new era now. You ain't got to do all
Women
that.
got guns now.
So But for men, that don't work right. It don't work for us.
It's always gonna be awkward.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's always gonna be
because
awkward.
you're gonna have tears. You might have her throw. Either way, you're gonna be the bad guy. So let's warm it up, right? Like, let me at least throw this out here. Look, this shit ain't working. You know what I mean? Then if we rekindle or we work it out, then. But for us, it's like we trying to avoid like the drama and the other stuff, which is why we do it through text.
Okay, so like, what happens when we break up with y'all? Why the first thing y'all say is we cheating? Why we cheating when we break up with y'all? Why y'all just can't be making us happy? Y'all not doing what y'all need to do as men to make us happy, and we're over it. First thing y'all go through is we cheating. We got another nigga. Why is that? Why y'all just can't be man enough? Like, she right. I ain't been stepping up. I ain't been doing what I needed to do in this relationship.
Nah, you can't leave me. Let me leave you.
Right. Y'all ain't shit.
Head ass niggas.
Right.
I'm okay. I mean, if I didn't do something right, then baby, by all means, go take yourself.
Typically,
somewhere
a
else.
woman is gonna she's gonna bring it to your attention. Certain things.
Maybe y'all be plotting for a long time without bringing anything to our attention.
If they plotting for a long time, they don't really fuck with you. But a real woman is gonna be like, we gonna say some things like,
We gonna
hey,
bring it to surface a couple of times. Hey.
But at dudes, like, we hear shit, but we don't hear it. You know what I mean? Like, you be like, well, I don't like this type of.
Yeah.
We hear you, but we like, well, she ain't going.
It take a while for men to like take it serious.
Yeah, and then she leaves and like, well, I did say.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
you did,
That's
but
true.
you didn't tell me you was leaving because of that. You know what I mean? You said you didn't like that. Like, you got to specify, nigga, I'm about to leave you if you don't do it. Like, okay.
Right,
no,
nigga, it's got to be there. Yeah,
like if you don't tell us, you might mention random, like, I don't like my drinks made like that. We like, cool. Next time, this is fine.
too petty.
But if you say, nigga, if you don't make my drinks like this, we going to concentrate a little more.
the way she said.
Huh?
It's the way she said.
Right. It's whether you put that on there. But
that is true, though. Because most of us, like, we don't believe shit till it's in our face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you was honest about that.
That's real.
Thank you, Rio Free. Thank you, Elmo G.
That's real shit, though. We don't believe that shit till
I don't believe
like you said till she damn near gone.
Like, I got this.
Like, hold on, all right, I'm gonna do right. All right, shit.
You didn't
Hold
say
on,
you
wait.
leaving. Like,
I'm gonna do right.
You want the peach with the apple?
Damn, all right, yeah.
let me go to the store real quick.
Yeah, all right,
Hold on.
24 more hours. 24 hours. You know what I mean? So,
that's definitely us.
Damn.
Hey, come on back.
but you have to specify that if you don't get this, I'm going to leave you. Then a nigga might, change it. But if not, we think we cool. Like,
So if she said that, would you consider that nagging?
I wouldn't. I mean, it's a leave. Nagging is like constantly like you put your shoes over there. You didn't put your shoes over there. You didn't put that's nagging. So if it's something that's a deal breaker, I wouldn't consider it nagging.
Or would you consider that an ultimatum? Because some of y'all men don't give me no ultimatum. Like,
True.
y'all don't like to be forced into a corner. Like, nah.
Yeah, that's true.
So ultimatum is do this or I'm gonna leave. Like,
That's pretty much what it
That's
is.
pretty much what she's saying. That's what
I don't do well with ultimatums.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So,
Get your shit and get up out of here. So
See, now we back on the other side.
right.
if it's put to me in an ultimatum way, like, well, you go on and go. Like, we going because I ain't gonna. I'm purposely gonna do it wrong so you can leave. So
That ain't shit. And then be calling and texting us to death.
ain't no call.
Like, damn.
We gone. We up
Come
out
on,
of here.
what you doing? Like ain't nothing
Right,
happened.
like-
We out of there.
Didn't
So you really just gonna leave like that? The fuck? Yeah.
Nah, we don't take that lightly. That ain't.
It hurt to get left, but ain't no going back. Like, you leave. You done. Bye.
But why? Why y'all have to always be so hard? Like, why is it the ego in y'all that you can't plead or okay, like, this my girl, I ain't finna just let her or let these years go? Like, why has it got to be like, oh yeah, if you want to lead in, lead in?
So 2 reasons: ego, and in the past that hasn't worked. So if you want to leave, you're gonna leave anyway. So if I talk to you like, look, I'm gonna do this right this time, you come back, you're gonna leave anyway again. You wanted to leave. So what we prolonging it for? Like, what?
because
know?
you didn't hear me when I said I didn't like this, and then I finally told you, listen, I don't like this. So if you don't do this, if you don't change this, like I'm gonna leave you. Now you like leave.
but I'm not bargaining with myself, right? I am who I am. I've accepted you as you. You accept me as who I am. Like if we at the point where I'm bargaining my love with you, it ain't worth me keeping.
Okay.
But I ain't sitting there. Let's work this out. Text. Yeah, we done. I'm not calling. Nah, get up out of here.
No, I can't say that. I can't say I ain't sending no. You ain't fighting. I ain't gonna say I ain't fighting.
You gonna fight a little bit?
Depending on who she is or what it was, yeah, hell yeah. Like I said, all right, I'll fix it. I'm changed. That's me. Yeah,
I walked away from
Elmo like fuck it.
18, 19 year relationship. I'm not fighting for nothing.
But how many times you didn't walk away in between them 18, 19?
I was a few times, but it taught me a lesson.
See?
Right? So it's a few times, right? But you are who you are. So you're gonna come back to what either didn't work or did work. That's just the reality of it. So you at a point where you compromising or you moving on from it. You know what I mean? Either one or two.
So you don't believe in the notion anything worth having is worth working at?
I believe
Of course he believed that.
I mean,
He was married for a minute.
No, I'm talking about now. Because he said...
I believe in that, but I'm older. So red flags and all that, that's, it's kind of the decision going to be made early. It ain't going to be 6 months, 3 months. It's pretty much, okay, you did that? Cool. Well, look, it was great meeting you. Shit was nice. I wish you the best. Let me send you a little gift card. No hard feelings, but it didn't work out. So, you know what I mean? That's
a gift card.
no hard feelings. We still can speak and be
Is it a Walmart or a Target gift card?
Whichever one you prefer, just it's fine.
You're a good ex-boyfriend. Shoot.
Yeah, I wish you
sending
well.
gift cards?
Gift cards?
You know what?
Yeah. $25, nothing.
At least you ain't continuing to waste her time though.
No, we
and hit her up like,
wait. You ain't fighting for none? No relationship?
I lost.
You ain't never stalked the bitch?
Damn.
Every nigga through they like to stalk somebody at one point. Not stalk.
So I've done a drive by.
Yeah, that's stalking. You know what I mean?
I ain't nowhere in my neighborhood. I done drove by this house to see if she outside.
Yeah, just to see what you can see.
But I mean,
strange car.
Right. I mean, it ain't even that. Like, cause we know some other shit going on, but we want to see if we get a glimpse. Like, hey, what you doing out? What you doing outside? You ain't answer my calls. But.
Or a nigga might want to see what type of nigga you fucking with. Like, what would she leave me for? Let me see what she...
I had one that had me, get off on Mitchell. And I live clear as Cheviot somewhere. Like,
okay, that's all I'm saying.
By here, like, okay, ain't nothing going on.
Everybody done did a little stalking in their life.
I had one.
Just a little stalking. Motherfucker be lying if they say they ain't did no stalking.
But I mean, So I've done it.
Okay. Glad y'all being real, like
For sure.
real tonight.
Hey, this the Water Whip podcast, you know what I mean? Where dope conversations happen, so you know what I mean? We water whipping.
Y'all kind of slid that one though. Y'all ain't never did a little stalking?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's natural for women to do stalking.
Yeah. That, you ain't gotta ask them, of course. That's in their nature to stalk.
How long have you? What's a stalk though? How long a stalk says? Like, how long you sit outside though?
Oh, I done did an all nighter.
What up, though? I'm Rio Free. I want to thank y'all for watching this episode of the Water Whip podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed it like we did. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. You can also follow us on IG at water.whip.podcast. And don't forget, for you audio listeners, we on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Hey, help us get our subscribers up. Holla at us. Thank y'all for watching.